Are bats really blind? This is a question that has intrigued people for centuries. Bats are creatures of the night, flying through the darkness with seemingly effortless ease. Their nocturnal habits and flitting movements have led to the enduring myth that they are blind. Many people believe that bats navigate solely through echolocation, a remarkable ability that allows them to see using sound. While echolocation is indeed a crucial tool in a bat's sensory arsenal, the truth about their vision is far more nuanced than simple blindness. In fact, bats are not blind, they can see, and some species have surprisingly good vision. Their eyes, often small and inconspicuous, have adapted to varying degrees of light sensitivity depending on their ecological niche. Contrary to popular belief, most bats can see, and some have vision that is quite well developed. While many people think of bats as blind creatures that rely solely on echolocation, this is far from the truth. Their vision is adapted to their particular lifestyles and environments. For instance, fruit bats, also known as flying foxes, have large eyes and excellent night vision, which they use to find ripe fruit. While some bats that rely heavily on echolocation might have less acute vision, they still use their eyes to navigate and find food. Many others have eyes that are perfectly suited for seeing in low-light conditions. These bats have evolved to take advantage of the dim light of dusk and dawn, or even the moon and stars, to navigate, forage, and avoid predators. Their eyes often have a higher concentration of rod cells, which are responsible for detecting light and dark, compared to cone cells, which are responsible for color vision. This adaptation allows them to see well in low light, but their color vision might be limited. In addition to their vision, bats also rely on their other senses, such as hearing and smell, to survive in their environments. This combination of senses makes them highly effective nocturnal hunters. So, while bats are often associated with darkness and night, their vision plays a crucial role in their ability to thrive in these conditions. Echolocation is a fascinating ability that some bats use to navigate and find food in the dark. It's like a biological sonar system that helps them see using sound. Bats emit high-pitched sounds, often too high for humans to hear, and then listen for the echoes that bounce back from objects in their environment. By analyzing the time it takes for the echoes to return and the changes in frequency, bats can create a detailed sound map of their surroundings. This map allows them to identify obstacles, locate prey, and even distinguish different textures. Echolocation is particularly useful for bats that hunt insects in flight. They can use it to track the movement of their prey with incredible precision, even in complete darkness. Bats that see the world in color. Not all bats are limited to a world of black and white. Some species have good color vision, and a few can even see ultraviolet light. This ability to see UV light is particularly useful for bats that feed on nectar and pollen. Many flowers reflect UV light, making them stand out like beacons to these bats. This allows the bats to easily locate their food sources, even in the dim light of the forest understory. The ability to see UV light also helps some bats to identify potential mates. Some species have UV patterns on their fur that are only visible to other bats of the same species. The myth and the reality. The myth of bat blindness likely stems from a combination of factors, including their nocturnal habits and the environments they inhabit. Their nocturnal habits and association with darkness have led to the assumption that they must be blind to navigate so effectively in low light. This misconception is further compounded by their use of echolocation. Echolocation, a sensory ability that is unfamiliar to most humans, has further fueled this misconception. People often think that because bats use sound to see, they must lack the ability to see with their eyes. However, the reality is that bats have a diverse range of visual abilities, adapted to their specific ecological niches. Some bats have excellent night vision while others can see in daylight. While some species have indeed sacrificed visual acuity in favor of highly developed echolocation, many others possess good vision that complements their other senses. This allows them to hunt, navigate, and interact with their environment effectively. Bats are not simply creatures of darkness, fumbling blindly through the night. They are sophisticated animals with a range of sensory adaptations. They are animals with a remarkable range of adaptations, including vision, that allows them to thrive in a variety of environments. From dense forests to open skies, bats have evolved to master their surroundings. Bats, more than meets the eye. Bats are often misunderstood creatures, shrouded in myth and fear. For centuries they have been associated with darkness and the unknown, leading to a perception of them as eerie or even dangerous animals. Their nocturnal habits and silent flight only add to their mysterious aura. However, these fascinating creatures are far from the sinister beings they are often portrayed as. In reality, bats are essential members of many ecosystems, playing crucial roles in pollination, seed dispersal, and insect control. Without bats, many plants would struggle to reproduce, and insect populations could grow out of control. Their ability to fly, their diverse diets, and their unique sensory adaptations make them a fascinating group of animals worthy of our admiration and protection. Bats use echolocation to navigate and hunt, emitting high-frequency sounds that bounce off objects and return to them, painting a sonic map of their surroundings. The next time you see a bat flitting through the night sky, remember that these creatures are not blind, but rather possess a remarkable array of adaptations that allow them to navigate their world with precision and grace. Their eyes are adapted to low-light conditions, and their ears are finely tuned to detect the faintest of sounds. Bats are a testament to the power of evolution, showcasing the incredible diversity of life on Earth. From the tiny bumblebee bat to the large flying fox, each species has evolved to fill a unique niche in its environment, demonstrating the adaptability and resilience of life. Unveiling the mysteries of the night. The study of bats and their sensory abilities continues to reveal new insights into the natural world. Researchers are constantly discovering more about how bats use echolocation, vision, and other senses to navigate, communicate, and survive. As we learn more about these fascinating creatures, we gain a greater appreciation for the complexity and interconnectedness of life on Earth. The more we understand about bats, the better equipped we are to protect them and their habitats. So the next time you hear the phrase blind as a bat, remember that it's simply not true. Bats are far from blind, and their world is full of sights and sounds that we are only beginning to understand.